Hi everyone, this is Cheryl Kuchek with Sublimation for Beginners and Beyond Facebook group. I am here to share with you how to sew a mask. So the reason I like this particular pattern is because one, it's super easy. It's one piece cut out. This one's sublimated on polyester. I have a piece of cotton that's going to go behind it and then a piece of muslin to go in between. So I'm going to take these two pieces, the muslin and the cotton, and I'm going to sew them together at the corners here on both ends. And so that's the first thing I'm going to do. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this piece. So let me get my sewing machine started here. And this is super easy, doesn't take a lot of time unless you're doing a lot of them like I am. Okay, so I'm gonna reverse it really quick so I can lock in my stitch, and going to do the same thing at the end. Okay, and I'm gonna cut my thread, and I'm going to do the same thing at the other end. Lock it in. Cut it. Okay, super easy. And we're going to do the same thing with the polyester. Just match those two corners up, those two pieces. Okay. Oops. Didn't quite have that on the material there. Okay. I'm going to reverse it. And same thing. Lock in my stitch. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. And cut our stitches. So I'm sewing on the luminaire that I got in November or December, I guess, and man, is it a great machine. I know that Baby Lock has the Solaris, and that is also same machine, just great machines. Okay, I'm just cutting off the extra threads there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take both fronts, and we're going to match them up. And what I like to do is I like to fold one seam on one side and one seam on the other so we don't have any bulk. And then we're going to match the edges together, and we are going to sew our pieces together. So all three together, and we are going to put our presser foot down, and we are going to start sewing. Okay, I'm going to lock in my stitch. You know, it's important to always make sure that your pieces are good together. Now, if you have a serger, I have to tell you, this is so much faster on a serger. I do have one. I'm just showing it to you on the sewing machine. We're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. just matching them together, making sure our seam is together and putting the seams on the same side as you did the other side. So let's get sewing. Okay, and again, this is just so easy, very little time involved in doing it. Okay, lock in your stitch. And this is kind of important because as we turn it inside out, it can easily come apart if it's not locked in. Okay, so okay, and we're gonna lock it in and cut it. And that's probably about the hardest part of it, but I'll show you. Okay, so now we're going to turn it inside out. Okay, so typically I like to make sure that my seams are pressed, which I'm going to do here in just a second, but I'm going to do a little finger pressing here. And then we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, and I'm going to take I have this Rowenta that I've had for years and I absolutely love it. Okay. Okay, now the next thing that you're going to want to do, and again, super easy. This elastic is 6 inches. So you're going to take the material on, tuck it on the inside, and I would say about a 1/2 inch, and you're going to want to press that. Make sure it's even. Press that down, and then you're going to want to do the same thing on this side. And you're going to want to press that down. Okay. All right, and then you're going to tuck in about a 1/2 inch. You're going to tuck in your elastic on both sides, and it doesn't really matter where you put it. You know, you can put it close to the edge or kind of, you know, a 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch away. And then you're going to top stitch it. Now, what I would recommend is making sure that you tack it down really well with reverse stitching, which I'm going to do. Because as that, you know, as you wear it and it pulls, it's going to be a problem if you haven't tacked it down really good. And of course I'm going to reverse my stitch here, and I'm going to cut it. And then we're going to do exactly the same thing on the other side. And we are done, and that's how quick it is to make this pattern. I've made 3 different patterns, and I have to tell you, this is by far the easiest pattern and the fastest. So I think that I'm going to be sticking with this pattern. You can find a lot of patterns on Pinterest, and you know, most of them are free. I will give you the link to this one in my on my YouTube channel, as well as in the group. So You know, if you want any information, let me know. If you have any questions, which I know a lot of times I get several questions on my YouTube channel. So, okay, so then you would just cut the extra threads and put on your awesome mask. Here we go. How awesome is that? And super easy. I don't even think it took 5 minutes. So be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Until the next video. Take care.